Please stand for the playing of our national anthem by the Parkway North Symphonic Band. Thank you. You may be seated. Please join me in thanking our Parkway North Symphonic Band under the direction of Mr. Andrew LaRose and Ms. Sarah Wilson. Will Natalie Funkhauser please stand? Please welcome Natalie Funkhauser to the podium for the opening remarks.
My warmest welcome to all friends, families, teachers, staff, bus drivers, and students. This community has played a significant role in shaping who we are today. It's because of this community that we students have been able to remain standing strong and resilient. And it's because of this community that we have been able to rise to this occasion, this very special moment. And for this, I congratulate you all in the year of 2026. At Parkway North High, I was relieved when I realized that this is a place where you are allowed to struggle and fail at times, because teachers will always be there to lift you back up. I've seen their determination to make sure that you are able to understand things. And though this is not a school that is laid back, but it is a school that cares about where you are and where you will be in life. We are all able to have our struggle, whether it is with school or our personal life, and we are able to hold each other together through it all. I would like to first and foremost commend my teachers for helping me feel seen, understood, and for helping me go beyond my struggles. I commend you all for the fact that you care about your classes and their success, even when some may be struggling. I would like to commend my friends who uplifted, believed, and respected me, even in my absence. I would have never been the person I am today without you all. You will forever have a place in my heart, and you all are genuinely the other pieces that hold me accountable, that appreciate, and bring out the best in me. I would also like to take the time to appreciate my bus driver, who would always wait for me whenever I was late at my stop. This is the one place that I've generally found a home to live in. I used to move to a lot of places as a kid, which meant meeting a lot of people and cultures. However, not as many people when I met when moving around were as supportive. In fact, many of them would try to tell me what I couldn't be and what I couldn't do. And I almost believed them. When I moved here, I was able to realize what kind of person I wanted to be. I was able to realize what friends I wanted to surround myself with, and I became extremely lucky with the friends that I made. My sophomore year, I went public for the first time since COVID. I became adopted by freshman friends, and since then, I've always felt like I belonged here. I never felt like I bothered anyone, and this was a place where I was allowed to flourish and express myself through my outfits, my hair, and my music tastes. If there's one thing that you take from this, is that you are supposed to struggle, and you are supposed to fail in order to succeed. You are supposed to make mistakes because it is a part of being human. You are allowed to be your own person, your own standard, and your own pace. What matters most is that you come through, and through with flying colors, that you continue your journey. Make most of what you are capable of, because this is our first and only life, and this is only the beginning of our journey. And with that being said, please be gentle and patient towards yourself and others, and live your life to the fullest.
Thank you, Natalie. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and student body at Parkway North, I'm honored to welcome you to our 54th commencement exercise. We gather this evening to celebrate the young adults before us as they reach this significant life milestone. As they transition from the familiar environment of Parkway North to focus on their future and ways they will impact this world and make it a better place to be. I would now like to introduce our distinguished guest who's on stage who have joined us to congratulate these seniors. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name. Dr. Melissa Snyder, Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Tiffany Holman Bass, Deputy Superintendent of Schools. Dr. Mike Boggess, Chief Human Resource Officer. We also have 3 Parkway Board of Education members present this evening. Mr. President Jeff Todd, Mr. John Kilper, and Mr. Kevin Seltzer. Also representing the Parkway Alumni Association is Dr. Thomas Smith. And you will all hear from him later in the ceremony. How about one more round of applause for our distinguished guest? Thank you. Continuing our annual tradition, this year's senior class has chosen particular members of the North High faculty to be part of this senior ceremony. Please rise and remain standing as I recognize and announce your names. The marshals who's led us in this evening is Mr. Weston Roy and Mr. Andy Rudolph. 2 faculty members were chosen by this class to participate by reading each student's names as their diploma is conferred. They are Mrs. Melody Barger and Ms. Morgan Taylor. Please join me again in welcoming these special guests. Thank you. Throughout high school, the seniors have worked tirelessly with our counseling department. The counselors help them make decisions about courses to take, careers to explore, and ultimately make plans beyond high school. Tonight, we welcome members of our counseling department who's with us. Please stand to be recognized. Ms. Jean Dodge, Mr. James L. Key, Ms. Jocelyn Page, and Ms. Katie Meyer. Katie Hartfield. Thank you. We're also joined by many of our senior academic lab teachers who are here to celebrate with you this evening. Over the past 4 years, these educators have mentored the seniors, tracking their academic growth and guiding them to become practical problem solvers and prepared for an ever-changing world. Through countless sessions focused on goals, future aspirations, academic, and just the daily ups and downs of high school life. These people have been a steadfast supporter of you. They join us tonight to offer their final congratulations. Academic lab teachers, please stand when I call your name. Ms. Trisha Frank, Mr. John Hardy, Ms. Bree Kuntz, Mrs. Megan McCorkle, Mr. Adam McDaniel, Mr. Bob McKittrick, Ms. Lindsay Melnick, Mr. Scott Nielsen, Mr. Scott Moeller, Mr. Carl Odenwald, Ms. Sarah Wilson, and Ms. Melanie Wilmert. Thank you. As this academic year concludes, we celebrate several distinguished faculty members who are entering retirement. After years of committed service to the teaching profession, they are beginning a new chapter in their lives. We honor them today for the enduring legacy and the profound impact their wisdom and support have had on countless lives. As I read your name, retirees, please stand to be recognized. Mr. Jim Lawrence, Mr. Bart Prosser, Mr. John Sheridan, and Mrs. Julie Parks. Thank you for all of your years and hard work you dedicated to North High, so please join me again in congratulating these faculty members as they begin their new journey. Tonight, we're also pleased to have representatives from our North area schools present to join us in the celebration. We have Mr. Joey Kinnear representing Bear Reeve Elementary. And we have Dr. Kevin M. Martin representing Northeast Middle. Thank you. I will now introduce Mr. Chris Gray. So Mr. Gray serves as assistant principal at North High and has guided this senior class since he came on campus. Mr. Gray joined North High in 2023 and has made a huge impact on this class. He inherited this group as rising sophomores and has been involved in these senior lives since day one. Mr. Gray displays a level of care for his students while holding them to high standards. He has built countless positive relationships with families and students, and the senior class has really thrived under his leadership. Please welcome to the podium, Mr. Chris Gray.
Class of 2026, how we doing tonight? We ready? Yeah. So as I look out at all of you, I can't help but feel an intense sense of pride. You're truly an impressive group of young men and women, and I'm honored to have this opportunity to stand in front of you this evening on such a special night. I have stood on this stage before, 11 times to be exact, but tonight feels a little different. This class has impacted me in so many ways. You're intelligent, you're resourceful, you're ambitious, and you're a little bit stubborn at times. But that stubbornness challenged me. You pushed me to reflect on myself, on my beliefs, and my values. And because of that, I stand here not only as a better educator, but I truly believe I'm a better man because of you. So before anything else, I want to thank you. People often ask me what I taught before I became an assistant principal, and many of you already know this, but I was a social studies teacher, mostly government, but I also taught US and world history. I've always loved history, and even as a kid, it was my favorite subject, because it's the story of people. People who have come before us, who dreamed big, took risks, failed, succeeded, and left their mark on the world. When I was in elementary school, my parents bought a set of encyclopedias, and on any given day, I'd pull out a random volume, maybe T, and spend hours flipping through the pages, reading about people, places, and events, which sounds a little nerdy right now as I'm standing before you, right? But honestly, if you think about it, isn't that basically what you guys do most of the day on your cell phones? Think about that, okay? But over time, encyclopedias went away. They were replaced by smartphones. My first smartphone was a BlackBerry, and eventually I found myself spending way too much time on Wikipedia. One thing I still love to do is to look up cities I've visited, read about the history, especially about the people who came from there. And inevitably, because I'm an educator, I end up looking at the high schools in each individual city, just to see who sat in those classrooms. And of course, eventually, I checked out Parkway North on Wikipedia. And if you've ever seen it, you know that North has an interesting history. The building opened up in 1971, just a few weeks before I was born, actually, as an open concept school designed to encourage collaboration, student-centered learning, and flexibility. In some ways, sounds a lot like what's going on the bridge in the Viking Academy, doesn't it? Then in the early 1980s, walls were added to create more traditional classrooms. Unfortunately, those walls also created the heating and cooling issues that we deal with even today. But in a strange way, those changes also gave North its character. In fact, Wikipedia describes it as an eclectic mix of architectural styles. And honestly, that description feels a little fitting for Parkway North itself. Different people, different personalities, different talents, and different paths, but all part of the same place. At the very end of the page is a list of notable alumni, people who once walked the same halls that you have walked over the last 4 years. And that short list includes comedians Randy and Jason Sklar, professional basketball players Alicia Shug Sutton and DJ Johnson, U.S. women's national soccer team player Ruth Harker, NFL players Jonathan Edwards, Brad Edelman, and Steve Savard, John Kelly, the voice of the blues, Olympian Mary Cobolt, New York politician Brad Lander, and music producer Leland Wayne, better known as Metro Boomin. Those people sat in the same classrooms that you sat in. They walked the same halls that you walked. And they had the same hopes, doubts, goals, and dreams that you have right now sitting in those seats. And through talent, hard work, perseverance, and probably a little luck, they went on to accomplish some incredible things. So my question for you, class of 2026, is simple. Why can't you? Why can't someone sitting here tonight become the next great entrepreneur, the next great teacher, artist, engineer, coach, scientist, public servant, leader? Why can't someone in this class change lives, build something meaningful, or leave the world better than they found it? You absolutely can. I know you can. And I believe many of you will. So class of 2026, congratulations. We're proud of you and what you've accomplished. I'm excited for what comes next and grateful for the impact that you've had on the North community. And remember, no matter where life takes you next, you will always be a Viking. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gray. So the class of 2026 has several student representatives who will speak this evening. You heard opening comments from Natalie Funkhauser, and later you will hear closing remarks from Daniel Davies. I will now introduce tonight's student commencement speaker. Will Polina Adamovsky please stand? Polina is our second student speaker who will now offer the commencement address to the class of 2026. Please welcome Polina Adamovsky.
Good evening, families, teachers, and of course, the class of 2026. Standing here tonight before you feels a little surreal. For years, we've imagined this moment and what it would look like, but now that it's finally here, it doesn't feel like the ending. I like to think of it as a checkpoint, a chance to look back at everything that brought us here and everything that we're stepping into next. These years have taught us to adapt. This year, we adjusted when the main staircase disappeared, and suddenly every hallway and stairwell felt twice as crowded. We stood outside during fire alarms that went off so often we stopped trying to guess the reason. We learned to navigate the parking lot while giving the new geese a respectful amount of space, because if you got too close, they weren't shy about reminding you who was in charge. And then we had the phone ban, a challenge none of us asked for, but one we adapted to anyway. We learned how to get through the day without scrolling between classes, and maybe even paid more attention to the people around us. Through all of it, we kept showing up and moving forward. My own path to this stage started long before high school. When I began elementary school, I knew some English, but not enough to feel fully comfortable using it. I was a quieter kid back then, not because I didn't have anything to say, but because I was afraid of saying or pronouncing something wrong and embarrassing myself. I spent years holding back more than I spoke, trying not to draw attention to the fact that I didn't always have the right words. And honestly, I still don't, but standing here in front of you, giving a graduation speech is a full circle moment I never would have pictured for myself back then. My parents immigrated to this country with nothing guaranteed, and every step I've taken here has been a way of honoring them. Tonight, this moment is as much theirs as it is mine. But what I love about our class is that everyone has their own version of that story. Maybe not the same details, but the same theme. We've all had something to overcome. Some of us balanced school with jobs, some of us took care of family, and some of us dealt with challenges that no one could see. And yet here we are, together, proving to ourselves and others that we're capable of more than we once believed. High school may not have been perfect, but it was a place where we grew into ourselves. Within the halls, we discovered strengths, faced challenges, and began shaping the people we are still becoming today. Along the way, there were teachers who guided us, the ones who made difficult lessons feel possible, who offered patience when we were overwhelmed, and encouragement when we doubted ourselves. They're a huge part of why we're here. As we step into whatever comes next, whether it's college, work, the military, or something we're still figuring out, I hope we remember what these years taught us, that resilience usually isn't flashy. It's shown through the small things. Showing up, learning what used to intimidate us, and getting through days that felt heavier than they should have. Class of 2026, we're ready. Not because everything has been easy, but because we've already proven we can handle the unexpected. Thank you, congratulations, and remember Parkway North, it's a great day to be a Viking.
I concur. It's always a great day to be a Viking. Thank you, Paulina, for those wonderful words. Please welcome Dr. Thomas Smith, President of the Parkway Alumni Association, to the podium to welcome the class of 2026.
I gotta pull this down. Hey, congratulations, Vikings class of 1975. Oh, it's 26. Oh, I'm sorry. 26. When I told some students out there when we were getting ready to stand in line that I graduated in 75, they looked at me like I was, my flesh was rotting in a coffin. This is what you're going to look like in 51 years. Admit it, I'm one handsome dude. We're so proud of you. My name is Tom Smith. I am a Parkway West graduate. Okay, I'm done, Mr. Jones. You are not welcome in the Alumni Association. No. Let me give you a tidbit about the alumni. We're here about some notoriety here. But do you know that the Vikings have more former students in the Parkway Hall of Fame than any school combined? So you've done a good job. Yeah. If you are here to celebrate one of these graduates and you yourself are a former graduate from the Parkway District, will you please stand? Yeah, you see, there's no distinction between schools after a while, and I know I can speak for them that they received an excellent education because the Parkway District is recognized as one of our top school systems in the United States. You will realize more and more as you continue to grow and walk in your next journey how fortunate you were to be part of this district. With a great board of directors, with an excellent faculty and staff, an awesome superintendent, great teachers that spent time educating you and loving you up. I am never ashamed to answer that number one St. Louis question, what high school did you go to? Except for today, I was a little ashamed. It's my pleasure, great pleasure, to officially welcome you as a member of one of the largest alumni associations in the country. We boast of some 85,000 members. Our influence is extended around the globe, and our members literally contribute to every aspect and sphere of society. Please take the time. It doesn't seem important right now, but it will 5 years from now when your class meets to have a reunion, or 10 or 50, right? Please take the time, hold on to your bulletin. There's a QR code on the back. If you can complete that later on when you have the time, all we will do is send you an electronic newsletter to keep you posted about what's going on with the Alumni Association, because you are officially now members of that. We are very proud of this major milestone in your life, and sincerely, congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. At this time, I'd like to highlight some special awards and accomplishments that this senior class has done. So during Honors Evening on April 23rd, many seniors were honored for their academic achievement, service, leadership, and success in extracurricular activities. When I call your name, seniors, please stand to be recognized. First off, North High celebrated 2 National Merit Commended students, Thomas Bloomfield and Charles Catalano. Please stand. North High also recognized and celebrated 2 National Merit finalists, Noah Hunterbrinker, and Iyoyo Gane Umunu. Please stand. Congratulations. You may be seated. The Academic Excellence Awards are presented to those seniors who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher through 7 semesters. 78 North High seniors received that certificate on April 23rd. If you received that award, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. The President's Education Award recognizes students who has an overall A- average through 7 semesters, who have performed at the 85th percentile on the SAT or the ACT, and who has taken 16 credits in 4 core areas, which includes English, math, science, and social studies, as well as modern and classical language. This year, 24 North High students received that honor. Please stand to be recognized. Thank you. The George Washington Carver Awards recognizes the top 10% of graduating class. This year, 29 North High seniors received this certificate. If you received the George Washington Carver Award, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Missouri Scholars 100 is a program sponsored by the Missouri Association of Secondary School Principals. They honor the top 100 students in the state of Missouri. Tonight, we recognize 2 North High students who met the criteria of having a minimum GPA of 3.75, a minimum ACT score of 29, and is ranked in the upper 10% of the class amongst 7 other categories. This year, the 2026 Parkway North Missouri Scholars are Noah Hunterbrinker, Iyoyo Gane Umunu, thank you. Every grading period, we recognize and celebrate those students who have earned 5 or more outstanding citizenship grades. At Honors Evening, the Parkway North Citizenship Awards were presented to seniors who have accumulated more than 60 outstanding citizenship marks through 7 semesters of high school. This year, 139 North High seniors received this award. If you are one of those seniors, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. 61 students met the state requirements for the A+ scholarship through attendance, citizenship, grade point average, and tutoring and mentoring hours. These students are eligible for financial incentives from the state of Missouri. If you earned the A+ scholarship, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. As you can see, these seniors have achieved great things and have positively represented North High in countless ways. Their contributions have made our school a wonderful place to grow and learn. Thanks to all of you for all your contributions, no matter how great or how small. This involvement in school programs and academic achievements would not be possible without the support of our parents and guardians. Will the parents and guardians of all of these seniors please stand at this moment to be recognized. Thank you for your support through your students' educational journey. We recognize the important role you play in their success. Speaking of parents and guardians of these seniors, we have indicated in our program students who reported to us that they are second-generation graduates of North High. This year, we have 17 second-generation seniors. Will these students and their parents and guardians please stand to be recognized? Thank you. As we celebrate the achievements of the class of 2026, we take a moment to recognize graduates who have chosen a path of courage, commitment, and service. These graduates have made the honorable decision to serve our country by joining the United States Armed Forces. Their dedication is something greater than themselves and deserves our deepest respect and gratitude. Seniors, if you have plans to enter into military service after graduation, please stand at this time to be recognized. Will the parents of these students please rise to be recognized? Now I'd like to invite all veterans and active duty members who are in the audience to please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Choice programs offer students in the Parkway School District the opportunity to pursue a personal direction by providing access to high-quality educational experiences outside of the walls of a traditional school or traditional calendar. Seniors, if you participated in North or South Tech, the Spark program, Make It Count, or the Early College program, please stand at this time. Thank you. You may be seated. The Seal of Biliteracy recognizes students who have studied and attained proficiency in 2 or more languages prior to high school graduation. This award honors a student's cultural competency and is evidence of skills that are attractive to future employers and college admission officers. All students who enroll in world language courses are potential candidates for this award. However, only a few achieve this honor. If you are one of the seniors who earned a Seal of Biliteracy, please stand. Thank you. 11 years ago, we began a new tradition in Parkway by recognizing many of our seniors who have excelled in the classroom and therefore finished their high school career with an impressive grade point average. In the back of your programs, you can see those recognitions that are listed, and your students have been invited to wear their respective honor cords. Graduates, if you are wearing an honor cord listed in the program, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. A number of students in this class have reported that they are receiving scholarships to colleges and universities, which will be used over the next 4 years. 14 members of this graduating class qualified for the Missouri Bright Flight Scholarship as a result of scoring a 31 or higher on the ACT. Seniors, if you earned the Bright Flight Scholarship, please stand at this time. Thank you. The mission of the Parkway School District is to ensure all students are capable, curious, caring, and confident learners who understand and respond to the challenges of an ever-changing world. We are proud of the Parkway North School, and the excellence it represents. The mission is evident in everything we do and in the success of our students. I'm thankful for the outstanding faculty and staff at North who have helped these students achieve their goals. In a minute, we're gonna get to the real reason we're here, okay? But before that, I want to address a couple of members for the Board of Education. So the Parkway School Board, in accordance with the statutes of the state of Missouri, requires 24 units of credit for graduation from Parkway North High School. Units must be earned in communications arts, mathematics, science, social studies, physical education, personal finance, fine arts, and practical arts. It gives me great pleasure to certify that each graduate of Parkway North will have met these standards required by the state of Missouri and the Parkway School District. At this time, I am pleased to present the graduating class of 2026 to Parkway Board of Education member, Mr. John Kipper.
Good evening, graduates, families, teachers, and staff. As a proud graduate of Parkway North, class 2001, it is truly an honor for me to be here tonight to offer these greetings and congratulations on behalf of the school board. I want to start by first thanking North High's administration, faculty, and staff for providing the guidance, mentorship, and support that helped you all get here tonight. I also want to thank your families and friends who have supported you, encouraged you, and maybe had to show you a little tough love every now and again to make sure you turned in that assignment or got to school on time. Class of 2026, this is a big moment, and you've earned it. Not just by passing classes, but by showing up and putting in the work. You've navigated homework, tests, early mornings, and even made it through one class where you asked yourself every day, when will I ever need to know this in life? But tonight isn't just about finishing high school, it's about what comes next. Some of you have a clear plan, some of you are still deciding, and both are okay. Regardless of what may come next, know this, you are ready. You're ready in part because of what you've experienced at Parkway North. Our school district has high academic standards that you all have had to meet. You've been taught by educators who challenged you, supported you, and pushed you to think critically, to grow, to question, and to grow. You've been part of a community that had high expectations for you and helped you meet those expectations. You've created bonds and friendships with your classmates and teammates, many of which will continue long after today and are worth keeping. You've learned how to solve problems, manage your time, work with others, and adapt when things didn't go as planned. That's what real preparation looks like. Your time in Parkway hasn't just prepared you for your career or college, it's prepared you for the next stage of life. You see, despite what you might see on social media, the people who actually get things done, who actually make a difference, are usually not the loudest in the room. Instead, they are the people others can count on, the people that work hard and show up, lead by example, and continue learning and growing even when things don't go perfectly. Those qualities matter, and they are qualities that have been strengthened during your time at North. So wherever life takes you next, work hard, stay connected to the people who matter, and never underestimate the impact you can have on others. Class of 2026, we are proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you do next. At this time, it is my privilege, on behalf of the Parkway Board of Education, representing the citizens of Parkway, to accept these students as the newest graduates of Parkway North High School. Congratulations.
At this time, will our line marshals please prepare these students for the conferment of their diplomas. With Board of Education members Mr. John Kipper, Mr. Kevin Seltzer, and President Jeff Todd, will you join us in asking for we join this class in asking for your cooperation as we confer the diplomas so everyone can be properly recognized.
Yasmin Abuseta. Tamer Ghanem Abusbe. Polina Adamovsky. Lena Ali. Braden Dean Allen. Naraya Anye Allen. Isaias Jesus Almonte Maria. Adrea Monet Alston. Micah Randall Atkins. Michael Taylor Aziz Jr. Graham Russell Bader. Cameron Raymond Bailey. Tyler Ronald Bauer. Elissa Cadence Bevan. Scarlett Mary Blake. Isaiah Rashad Bland. Thomas Joseph Bloomfield. Marcus Anthony Shoemate. Jamiel Ewan Johnson Jr. Caleb Maurice Dickerson. Blake Christopher Bodecker. Brandon Ramon Anthony Borders. Jackson Nicholas Bowie. Truman Avery Bronner. Nadine Julia Bradell. Jamez Makah Brooks. Nia Anaya Brown. Preston Connor Brookman. Kareem Abdul Burns Jr. Amelia Marie Burr.
Anna Rose Campbell. Amare Rakim Carey. Delaney Rose Karen. Spencer Gary Karen. Malik Artez Casey. Charles Thomas Catalano. Amber Sakura Elliott. Felicia Renee Lee. Tanila Sharice. Tevin Enoch Chen. Paige Elizabeth Christador. Angelo Khalifa Kogo. Josiah Trajan Conley. Nicolas Cortez Camargo. Mallory Linnea Crane. Elizabeth Rose Crawl. Okay, that's fine. Winter Simone Crawford. Lawrence Clifford Culpepper IV. Kelvin LaWayne Daigle Jr. Samara Marlin Darden. Daniel Joseph Davies. Savannah Marie Davis. Tyson Duran Davis. Madeline Ray Deisner. Ethan Craig Denny. Matthew Craig Denny. Layla Michelle Deskins. Paula Alejandra Diaz Sombrano. Jaden LeVar Dickerson.
Joshua Reed Dickerson. Jordan Danielle Louise Dixon. Jade Nicole Dover. Nevaeh Faith Dunstan. Lisa Miranda Edwards. Celia Nicole Eldridge. Micaiah Denise Ewing. Tyler Martez Fisher. Leslie Soraya Denise Ford. Caleb Fisher Foster Jr. Kayla Nicole Franklin. Natalie Lilani Funkhauser. Aaron Martin Gibson. Lyric Denise Ayana Gleason. Elsa Catherine Glenn. James Joseph Glenn. Tristan Lucas Gonzalez. Christina Michelle Granberry. Kyra Lachey Green. Micaiah Renee Green. Andrew Floyd Griffin Jr. Jelana Grimes. Michelle Katharina Grinko. Antoine Lamont Gunn Jr. Kaden Alexandra Hageman. Marissa Erin Halbert. Blair Tayden Harper. Bryson James Harris. James Liam Hart.
Luke James Hayes. Megan Nicole Hayes. Daniel Terrell Hennings Jr. Jacoby Mackay Holder. Jonathan Gavin Ethan Honkamp. Cooper Nam Huff. Albert Hua. Alex Hua. Tanner Ethan Hillsman. Emma Christine Hunt. Nora Flynn Huntebrinker. John Jalal Jazbani. Terrell Clavon Damon Jelks. Carter Michael Giles. Dominica Alejandra Jimenez. Anasia Renee Johnson. Destiny Lenice Johnson. Monica Cynthia Johnson. Cameron Lamar Jones. Elias Zachariah Jones. Jordan Aaliyah Jones Mitchell. Tyler Page King. Brandon Mbosha Kenyati. Jonah Michael Kanehans. Daphne Grace Knipp. Austin Kenneth Norley. Kamaya Latrice Knox. Jenna Sophia Koner. Shavome Milind Korgauker. Austin Travis Crone.
Asher Jeffrey Kubisek. Anahi Abigail Moreno. Lucas Andrew Loneman. Caitlin Maria Lang. Anastasia Genevieve LeBlanc. Cameron Jordan LeBramlett. Elana Kendall Lewis. Aubrey Paige Lindsay. Giselle Lopez. Caden Lucas. Aiden Gabrielle Lugo. Jeremiah Evan Ring Mantiband. Evan Matthew Marsh. Kyron Hakeem Mays. Jordan Jaquan Cortez McDavid. Quentin Clark McKeon. Angel Alexis McKinney. Rain Sienna Miller. Logan Miguel Mims. Amber Lynn Moore. Benton August Mormon. Monte Demetrius Montgomery. Did you do that on purpose? Cameron Chancellor Moore. Maria Lamaya Moore. Lola Marie Morton. Stone William David Moses. Gracelyn Rita Murphy. Kaylee Ann Tully Navales. Lachlan Alaric Nelson. Maya Sue Newland. Robert Edward Newman.
Joshua Christopher Nichols. Kara Judith Niemeyer. William Henry Nord. Destiny Gabrielle Oglesby. Kene Chuku Ilome Chine Ngozi Chukuka Omo. Uyoyo Ogene Mary Omunu. I love it. Finley Ada Parker. Donovan Shilpan Patel. Sharia Hasmukbai Patel. Nico Perez Morales. Cheyenne Mackenzie Phillips. Jayla Olivia Pirtle. Jaden Shia Pittman. Joshua Michael Polk. Kane Emmett Powell. Grant Stephen Presson. Asher James Priscu. Jan Pujov. Adam Morris Quarles. Avery Marie Ragland. Rodrigo Rangel Gonzalez. Olga Alexander Ratnikova. Robert Keith Rhodes Jr. Mishan Richardson. Michaela Andres Ridgel. Felicia Robert Rajakamar. Cami Alyssa Rowland. Ariana Jane Roy.
Rola Faraz Salome. Elise Nicole Sample. Christopher Wade Saunders. Abigail Elizabeth Schaefer. Naomi Sarah Schneider. Abigail Marie Schrumpf. Grant Michael Sherman. Levi Alexander Schulte. Cruz Bahadur Shahi. Joshua Logan Shannon. Sinke Franklin James Shelton. Derringer Fox Barnhouse Short. Noah Garrett Shepard. Prakar Singh. Eleanor Rose Skruska. Ilana Maria Smith. Layla Michelle Smith. Adelia Sylvia Sokol. Tanaya Amber Spencer. Caleb Michael Steimel. Violet Jane Stempel. Bryson Travion Still. Ariana Jolie Stocking. Kamaya Danae Stovall. Kamira Destiny Stovall. Kylie Aaliyah Strong. Rhett Austin Summerlot. Tylen Scott Tate. Kimora Danae Tate Patterson. Morgan Charlie Taylor.
Tanaya Sherelle Taylor. Ava Elizabeth Teeter. Josue Yuriel Tena. Ethan James Thomas. Zipporah Kamora Thomas. Samir Yusuf Thomas Ali. Lily Marie Tindera. Felipe Toledo Ariza. Jordan Simone Tolliver. Nyla Marie Tervino. Sydney Nicole Turner. Amelia Ryan Upoff. Anthony Vin Vo. Nicholas James Voigt. Samuel Joseph Voigt. Camden Earl Walker. Isabella Rain Walker. Zion Stephanie Watson. Quinton Israel Hayward Watts II. Olivia Joanne Warner. Haley Nicole Whitley. Demetrius Terrell Williams, Jr. Julian Javon Williams. Sydney Paige Williams. Mary Rose Wolf Slinkard. Aiden Fletcher Workman. Caden Maurice Wright. Ian Ivy William Young. Sahar Zarif.
Will Daniel Davies please stand? We've heard from two amazing student speakers this evening, Natalie, who had opening remarks, and Paulina, who gave the commencement. We will now hear from Daniel Davies. He will address the class with closing remarks.
Hey guys! Or as my script says, hello friends, family, and graduating class of 26! Through the 4 years of high school, we have changed. I'm sure everyone has, but we have another change to make. A change in responsibilities. What? I know it might seem too soon or not soon enough for some of you, but most of us are adults now. And our parents, teachers, and staff have shown us how to become one. Whether it's how to bake really good cookies and facts, how to play the stock market and personal finance, or how to follow news based off credible sources from social studies and English. Or if you're weird like me, memorizing most of the math equations like the quadratic formula, SOHCAHTOA, or building a unit circle in Minecraft. It's time for us to step into the role, or at least start taking the lead. But don't treat responsibility as a burden. Treat it as a sign of maturity. High school wasn't about a squared plus b squared equals c squared. It was about accepting responsibility. Our elders have paved the way, and I think it's our time to step in. Like in The Goonies, one of my favorite movies, where the Goonies are trapped at the bottom of a well, Mikey, the group leader, says, "The next time you see the sky, it'll be over another town. The next time you take a test, it'll be in some other school." Our parents, they want the best of stuff for us, but right now, they have to do what's right for them because it's their time up there. Down here, it's our time. It's our time down here. It's our time now. We have grown up and hopefully matured enough to leave them and head to college. Some helpful things to think about and use when we do is stay hygienic. Don't use Axe body spray as a shower. Be on time. No one likes waiting for late people. I don't. And be polite. If everyone were polite, the world would be way better off. But lastly, be confident. If others judge you, don't worry. It's instinct to judge, and we've all judged people before. We probably have tonight alone, Monte. So don't let a side eye or a group of friends giggling after they pass you bring you down. Whatever life lessons you've learned, don't forget them like we do after the test is over. Because life is a never-ending test of trials and tribulations. But at least we're done with high school and this long graduation. And for the third time tonight, at least it's a great day to be a Viking. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel, and thanks again, Natalie and Paulina. Seniors, you may pick up your diplomas in the designated area located behind the band after the ceremony. It has been my pleasure to have served as your principal once again and have gotten to know you guys over the years. Thank you for your outstanding leadership. Please know it has not gone unnoticed. I wish you well in all your future endeavors. Please know you are always welcome at North, and I look forward to you returning to share the news of how you are impacting this world. And once again, it's always a great day to be a Viking. Will the class of 2026 please rise? With that north side pride, you may now move your tassels from right to left, signifying your graduation from Parkway North. On behalf of the faculty and staff, congratulations to the class of 2026.